end of a good week. In gold, we had our sell level at 1870, 1874. The high of the week was 1870. So if you did manage to sell there, we've done really well. Markets tumbled throughout the week. My target was 1830 to 1825. We got to 1825. And as I said to you yesterday, that is the best support level of the week. And guess what? It was the low for the week. Now look at this 4-hour chart. Really strong candle here. Long lower wick, small upper body, a really good hammer candle there. But we have retraced back to this level. So I wonder if we'll see another bullish candle as we retest that big support level at 1830.25. And I wonder if we'll see a big bounce off there. If we do, we've got a double bottom buy signal. So that will be very positive for the start of next week. Now looking at the daily chart, if we break below in 25, 18, 20 area, we could be going quite quickly down to test the 500-day moving average at around 1805. Once silver broke my support level around 2300, that was the sell signal, and I expected silver to continue going down. That's exactly what's happened throughout this week. So silver shorts have also worked really well. Earlier in the week, we were selling silver on a bounce up to the 2200, 2220 area. Again, shorts worked really well. Look at that at the beginning of the week. That was the resistance level that held perfectly if you'd sold there and run shorts. We're doing pretty well as we dip down to 2140. Outlook still quite negative for silver, in my opinion. At the beginning of the week, I talked about the dollar going higher. We had some bullish signals, we had some buy signals, and that certainly worked. The Aussie dollar has fallen against the US dollar throughout the week. Once we broke out of this triangle pattern, that was our sell signal, so that's also worked really well. Outlook remains negative for the Aussie versus the US dollar. This is probably something of a bull flag. I identified that at the beginning of the week. We broke below it, and of course we're now moving to the downside. Further losses do look likely for the Aussie dollar versus the US dollar. We've also been shorting the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. Very clear, a break of this bull flag, a retest of the trend line in the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, then a break of this trend line. So again, shorting the New Zealand, the Kiwi versus the US has worked really well. Remember, we spotted this double top pattern, the sell signal there. The break below the bull flag was the second sell signal, and we're heading down towards the 200-day moving average at around 61.86, and possibly even the 100-day moving average, which is going to be around 61.60 by the time we get there. On Monday, I talked about how the dollar was going to push higher this week, and one of the favorite pairs for me to buy was the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. We had broken above the trend line, and we looked like we were going to move higher. We managed to break through 133.05 for another buy signal, and we do look like we're going to continue to push higher. Nice move up on Wednesday. Consolidation a little bit on Thursday, but as I speak to you on Friday, we're hitting new highs for the week, and I do think we can get as far as 136.50, 136.90. Euro versus the US dollar also breaking lower as expected with that stronger dollar. So we were looking for a break below the trend line yesterday. That did happen, and it looks like we will sink further. 106.10, 106.00 is the first target, but I think we can go quite a bit lower now in the euro versus the US dollar. When I add Fibonacci levels to the daily chart for the euro US dollar, you can see we're breaking below 106.79, which is a 23.6% fib. So this is adding extra weight to the downside. And actually, as I speak, it looks like we're even breaking the week's low, 106.54. So we are breaking down below the previous February low, looking pretty negative for the euro versus the US dollar. At the bottom of the chart, we do have the slow stochastic. I like to keep an eye on the slow stochastic. I'll blow it up there. Look how oversold we are. If you're thinking, wow, look how oversold the euro is versus the US dollar, I'm going to have to start buying this. Forget about that. We can stay oversold for a significant period of time. Some decent movement in the euro versus the CAD, and we've been able to read that quite well. Good support around the 23.6% fib, although we bounced just above it. We didn't quite get a chance to buy into longs on that one. I'm wondering if this is going to turn out to be a head and shoulders pattern. Look, this could be the left shoulder, this could be the head with a triple top pattern up there, and I wonder if this will form a right shoulder. So I'm going to watch this carefully. 50-day moving average around 144.5 area. So we'll see if that holds as it did on the previous little swing high, and that would then form a right shoulder. But we've got quite a way to go. That's going to take days before we know whether that pattern is going to play out. Cable, the pound versus the US dollar, is also testing an important support level around the 119.50 area. That's going to be key for today. Beautiful bounce off there the last time we tested it earlier in February, but a week later we're going to see whether we get another bounce off there. If we do, we could be looking quite quickly at 120.5, 121.00 on the bounce. The Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen really confused me around here. I thought we'd broken up, we pulled all the way back So I wasn't sure what was going on around this 98.30, 98.50 area, but finally we broke up. This week we had a nice buy signal. Last time on the right side of the trade, we even got a retest of the support area where we could buy into a long position, and now it does look like we're pushing up. I don't think this red candle yesterday is a problem for bulls. I think we will continue to push up. You can see we're recovering a bit today already as I talk. 150, 160 is the next target. We'll have a bit of congestion there, which we can read from the price action on the candles, but maybe we can get through there eventually. I'll revise that when we reach the target. Now look, if you're not a subscriber, you're missing out on hundreds, even thousands of pips per week following these signals. If you're following me on YouTube, you'll know that I do make some great calls. Gold membership, try it out. 1 week free trial, you can't lose. If you only trade Forex, I've got the live Forex signals. It's only £99 per month. You get a free 1 week trial. You cannot lose. Go and sign up. The website is daytradeideas.co.uk. Have a great weekend.